Finally, man. Finally. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 20s and Stuff podcast. My name is Josh Alabi, and I am your host for today. Yeah, I'm your host for today, for tomorrow, for next tomorrow, for as long as you listen to this podcast. I am your host. And I'm very excited about this, man. On this podcast issue for about 2 years or more. Not that I haven't tried to record. I've had the idea. I've tried to get what I need. I remember like 2018, I bought a mic then. I did like an artwork and I was like, bang, I have to start this podcast this year. No matter what happens, nothing can stop me. I lie. I'm just starting here in 2020 and I'm very excited about this podcast. Some of the things I'm going to be saying on it, the guest host I'll be coming on to share some of their stories for everybody. So let me just give you guys like a background story. Let me just get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 0. So, 20s and Stuff is a podcast I had an idea of very early in my 20s. I think like 22, 23, thereabout. I mean, I'm not too old yet. I'm still very young in my 20s still. So, I discovered that a lot of people go through shit, man, from like 21 to 29. It's like you're just in like a pool of confusion. Some of your friends getting married, some are riding big cars, some doing good jobs, and you're just there. You don't know what's doing you. You don't know what you're doing. And man, there's other people. Everything is just confusion. You don't have enough money. People expect you to have enough money. People expect you to be married, but they don't know that you're single. You're a single Pringle. A lot of things keep happening in this period in time, man. And people think that the worst is happening to them. And from my conversations with a lot of people, I realized that we are the same. Everybody is going through the same shit. Because some of the things I went through, when I discussed with some of my friends, I'm like, what are you talking about? This is, that Spider-Man picture that they're posting to each other. Like, this is my life story. How come it's yours too? So, I mean, it's a phase that we all need to go through together. So I thought about it and I'm like, why don't I have a podcast where I share things that are happening in my life, things that are happening in every other person's life that can relate to people that are in their 20s. Somebody asked me, okay, when you get to 30 years old, what is it not going to be? I don't know whether it's going to be 30s and stuff or something. It will be whatever is happening in my life right now that I'll be discussing. Maybe it'll be billionaires and stuff. Amen. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen. For that, before AJ will pass on, I'll miss that. Anyway, this is 20s and Stuff. Feels good to say that. And basically, the podcast will be addressing more than just 20s life of a 20 person, and that's why I put the and stuff there, because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about: politics, religion, relationships, career, mental health. Everything. I want to talk about everything that's happening, but I'm going to be talking about them from the viewing lens of a young guy. My take on situations to be real direct. But then, so I'm saying so much, and I've never even talked about the artwork. This artwork, God that will help me. I don't know if you guys are saying it, but if you're not saying it, go and check it. So the artwork, I met up with some illustrator guy, and I'm like, okay, this is what I have, this is what I have. And the guy came up with so many things, but we finally agreed on this one. I mean, we went through so many back and forth, all of that. As much as possible, I wanted to capture a state of my mind. Then at the end of the day, I'm not the only 20-something-year-old person in the world, and I'm mind different. So I tried to capture a bit of something that represents a state of mind. So that's why we have all of these things here. Like the police guy that is assaulting every young guy in the country right now, which is sad that is there, because I don't have anything to do with the police, even not because of that. Then I do a 9 to 5. I didn't even tell you guys about myself. I'm a young guy. I did 9 to 5. I graduated from Madeleke University. I studied computer science, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing finance right now. I'm single as at the time I'm recording this episode, but it has nothing to do with this. And I moved to Lagos. I wasn't born and raised in Lagos. I moved there because I wanted a better life for myself, which we're going to talk about in some episode of this podcast. Also, so you can see the artwork. there's me. It doesn't look like me, but it's me recording the podcast. There's the guy making the phone call, the money, the guy at the party, the one that is proposing to his girlfriend, or they proposing. Anyway, the girl with the selfie, the sister, the religious person, and there's the famous Ikoyi Lekki Bridge. And just that. Oh, and there's Red Cup. I don't know why that one is there. And there's the laptop. So it's just something to start with. I like it. It looks good, and I feel like people will get the message without me saying writing a lot of stories. Yeah, so getting half the way. So people ask me to. Okay, nobody actually asked me shit. Like, I have to tell you people. Okay, if I listen to this podcast, what am I going to be hearing from the podcast? I don't know, man. It's just going to be vibes, mostly, I tell you. And more often than not, I'll have my friends here. So it will basically be recording of conversations with them. I'm asking them questions about their life. They are answering the questions in a particular direction. So it's going to be just, if you are looking for a motivational speaker, I'm sorry to disappoint you. This is just vibes. It's not deep to. Yeah, so I'll drop podcasts. I'll drop a new episode every Monday. So people can listen and get charged for the week, And it should just be stories of my own personal life too. I mean, I got some interesting story that I want to share with you people. You can learn lesson from it, or you may not learn any lesson, but I'm going to be sharing some stories too. The stories of my friend. Yeah, so that's it. The podcast is going to be on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and so many other places. But for a start, I want to put almost all the episodes I'll be going out on YouTube, because a lot of people have been saying, I don't know how these people are old school. They are young in their body, but they are old in their mind. They don't know Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all this kind of stuff. So the episodes will be on YouTube for now, on my personal YouTube page. I'll put out on the handles that we have. They'll be on YouTube for now, so people can listen via YouTube too, because much more than the analytics and the numbers, there's a message I'm trying to get out there to a lot of people, and it's a message of hope. I know I said I'm not a motivational speaker, but I still want people to know that with all the things that you're going through, all the bad things probably happening around you now, you can still be happy about it. You can still have a good time. You can still live your life, because it's a phase and it will pass. So you have to enjoy your life as much as you can right now. Do the right thing, learn from other people's mistakes and all of that. I mean, and I must say about some of the people that inspired me to do this podcast. I've been listening to podcasts for years, man, and there's some great ones. The first podcast I think I got very used to was Loose Talk, and I must give all the kudos to Osagi Alonge. Because I mean, I listened to some of the things they'd done before Loose Talk. So many things that he did for Pulse then, and it was amazing. And it was because of him I started listening to the podcast. But Loose Talk had amazing people: Steve Dede, AOT2. Then they metamorphosized. They brought in Bad Girl Mo, Just Finesse was popping, and a lot of other people like that. Then I used to listen to From Lagos with Love. Those guys are doing an amazing thing, dissecting pop culture in different ways, diverse ways. That is amazing. I Said What I Said, FK Abudu and Jaws, amazing work. Then which other podcast am I used to? My friend does podcasts, in my opinion. Awa Abudu, fantastic. Shares so many interesting topics there. Then I listen to a lot of podcasts, man. I don't know why I don't remember all of them right now. Blah. I mean, shout out to everybody doing everybody trying to create content to help during this time, man. Doing podcasts is not, I thought it was just me recording and doing this, but this past few days it's been a hell of work, man. Shout out to everybody. Keep doing what you do. I enjoy you. So those are one of the people that inspired me. But big shout out to Osagi Alonge. Yeah. So I want you guys to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening from. There's no money there. Just subscribe so that I can see that Lagbaja is listening to my podcast. So Lakashig is listening to my podcast. Yeah. So that's just it. And yeah, every Monday. And if you listen to the podcast and you hear something that you feel like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy is dumb, man. Talofumbo in the microphone. Why is he talking shit? So you can reach me on Oluwajosh _ you write Oluwajosh, OLUWAJOSH. Then that line _ just one of it. That's the same on Twitter, the same on Instagram. That's only 2 accounts I have. I don't have Facebook. Please, nobody look for me on Facebook. If you look for me, anybody that you see there, it's not me. It's the boy I used to know before. So that's that. Then if you have good things to say too, maybe I like your voice, you probably don't. Or I like the voice of a guest, or if I bring any guest and you like the person, you can reach me. I will connect you people together. Then that's it. Listen to it. Tell your friends about it. Share clips on your stories and everything. Just get the word out there. If you listen to the podcast and you get something good from it, there's somebody here to know. You really want to enjoy. And I must say this: I'm recording this introductory episode after I have started promoting the podcast in my own little way. And the feedback, the responses I'm getting from some of you, most of you, is amazing. I mean, it's the way you guys are anticipating and excited about this podcast. It's pretty fair, my boys, because I don't really have plenty things to say. But as I said before, I just vibes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and I hope you have a good time. I hope you guys are able to listen to this podcast sometimes, and it makes you happy. I hope it cheers you up, and I hope it make you think about your life. It can make you sad too, man. I don't know what, but I just know that you're in for a ride, and I promise you that it's gonna be a good ride. It may be bumpy, but it's gonna be a good ride. Episode 0, ladies and gentlemen, Trend It and Stuff podcast. My name is Josh Alabi. I'll see you on the next episode.